Welcome back to another episode of Penny Help Jess. This is episode 484. And yesterday was a good video. Forgot my glasses. And I even like the overfull. I even like the cherry picker roll that we did. The guy put in. Oh, look at all that nice copper. Okay. A really nice San Francisco mint penny that was in like high AU, better condition than this one. Maybe even like 63 MS 63 64. And I love finding and it had a repunched mint mark, which I'm gonna assume they didn't know about. And I think that's probably pretty common. If I go through my old penny rolls, I'll probably find things that I didn't realize were there also. But be that as it may, it's fine. All right. I've been talking to myself for the past couple minutes now because I did not press the start button after I went off camera. That's great. Let me go back to what we found. We found this really nice looking 1961, and what I was talking about was um, how happy I get when I find pennies in good condition because they're a little bit more valuable. Like this one might be worth a quarter or 50 cents, and you could put it inside rolls. And how yesterday I found the one with the S mint mark. I don't know if I talked about that already because I don't think so though. Then I went looking on I actually did all this off without hitting the record button like a big dummy. And then I went on eBay and I found a 19. Oh, and I had a repunched mint mark. Yesterday's San Francisco had a repunched mint mark. This one says repunched mint mark, and they want $15. And I said it was worth about $10. And I think this is a pretty good example. You can see the little repunch there. So that's a pretty good example of a repunch mint mark S. So I did all that talking without the camera even running. So all right, so that was a quick recap. And I did find this other penny, and I was like, oh, I wonder what that is. And I that's when I realized I did all this off camera. And this is And I looked down and I was like, the numbers aren't moving. The time's not moving. I don't know what this is. It looks a little bit like the face, like, but it's very weak, and it might be nothing, and that's one of the issues with finding weak anomalies on a coin, right? Because this really isn't. It looks like the face, but it's weak, and I don't think it's worth anything personally. I'll put that with the fine category. Well, that kind of stuff happens every once in a while. I'm not a big channel. I don't have a big studio. Wah, wah, big crybaby. The channel is doing much better than it had been for quite some time. So I'm very happy about that. Not as good as it was last year, but we're moving towards that direction. So that's good. All right, this thing is not focusing. There we go. Sometimes you have to go out. Misaligned die on the reverse. So what I was talking about was before I realized that the camera wasn't on. 2000. Look for the wide AM. No wide AM. Is what up? What is it that I'm hoping for to find? Does it matter? Do I just want copper? Do I just want mint condition copper pennies? Do I want to research every single coin that I find? I bought. I talk about the fact that I use nickel flips for my pennies because they're a little bigger, and when if I take them in and out of the flip, I use a little X-Acto blade, and I make a little line on the side. Right? See, it's bigger than a penny. This is a nickel flip. See, so I could take the knife and cut into the plastic on the side. The penny flips are sometimes they don't even look like they fit pennies. I like penny flips for dimes, actually. So what I was doing was, because I put so many pennies in flips, I said, I better go out and buy it in bulk. Well, crazy Jess went and bought. This box is about, no lie, 2 feet by 18 inches by about 18 inches. So it's like a rectangular. It's like a rectangle. 24 by 18 by 18. About that, maybe a little bigger, maybe 20, 26. It's a pretty big box with nickel flips, with little boxes of nickel flips that I have them over there. They're called coin shields. 2x2 nickel flips, and they come with 50 in a box, right? And then whatever it is, there's 4,000 nickel flips in the box. And I think I paid like $140 for them at that time. I wonder what they cost now. 4,000 nickel flips. I think I paid $140 for them. Has to be highest first. They don't even got them. They want 400. They want $22 for 400. So that would be times 10. That'd be $210. So that's why I bought 4,000, because I was like, they want too much money for these nickel flips. Yeah. So I would have been 220 plus tax. So the tax was less because it was 100. I guess it was $130 and then $10 in tax, or $8 in tax, something like that. So that was good. So not quite half price, but cheaper. And let me tell you, I used quite a few of them already. And then I got the little red boxes that I put them in. So I did that because even if I think a penny is worth 50 cents or $1, I want to be able to save it. I want to put it away, and I don't want to just, and especially if it's worth, if it has an RPM, a repunch mint mark on it, if it's in beautiful condition, if it's a key date. Wheat cents, I do not do that with. Wheat cents are not worth much more than, the majority of them are not worth much more than a Lincoln Memorial. So I don't do it with wheat cents. I put wheat cents in. The wheat cents I keep in this jar off to the side here. The top, I think the other part of the acrylic box. And what I end up doing is putting those into what's that called? Coin rolls. Paper wrappers, coin wrappers, penny wrappers. Maybe by decade. I don't have that many of them there. Yeah, well, that's not true. I probably got a couple thousand. But still, that's not a lot. And 50 coins per roll. So we did not find, we got quite a bit of copper, and we got a couple of nice ones today, but we did not find anything really of value. Not even questionables. We just got that one penny that I put down there to the side. So I guess we're doing another cherry picker roll. So they're good for that. Like I said, a lot of people, look at the condition of this one. That's nice. A lot of people already check out by this point. So for the true diehards who are hanging out with me to the end, let's see what we got. Wow. Not for nothing. They got some bangers in here, man. These are nice. Those are nice. Okay, so we got 3 really beautiful pennies for the short videos, but I like to do at least 10. So look, this is I have the little crossover here that I put on the cherry picker, what's that called? Donation roll. That's an interesting reverse. That's from, that's pretty. I guess that's why they put it there. I never seen something like that before. I might have to just take a picture of this one. This might be our thumbnail. It's just super duper cool. All right, I took a picture of it. Let me look at that under the loop. It reminds me of, it's called Crackle. I mean, I doubt it. To me, it's just some sort of anomaly from some residue or something like that. It is super cool looking, though. All right. Does that mean it's valuable? Nah, I doubt it. Unless I find the reference with that exact error. All right, we got ourselves a nice 2009. I save all those. You see, so the whole roll is not copper. So it's not like I could have just took the rolls and said, roll copper on them and put them to the side, even as heavily circulated. There's another interesting looking penny in there. It's what is that, paint? So it works out. I guess that's my point. It works. It all works out. It all works out. Yeah, he gave me, what did he give me? Like 7 rolls, 8 rolls, something like that. So we get some extra content out of it. And that's the one where I got the repunch mint mark. San Francisco. So that was pretty cool. They take a little, copper pennies take a little bit more concentration than zinc cents do, I guess, because they're a little bit more dirty, or tend to be dirtier. So you have to like focus in on them to, because the last thing you want to do is to discard a dirty penny that has a valuable um, error on it. Which is unlikely. Don't get me wrong. It's unlikely for that to happen. I mean, you could probably, the chance of you finding an ultra valuable coin that's um, has a very slight error, that's a valuable error, that's pretty low. I don't want to say it's zero, but it's low, the chance of that happening. Like a really um small, 1960, that's either a small or large date. I used to have this guy who used to be around. He would say, "Oh, that's a small date. That's a large date." He's not around anymore. Maybe he'll come back. Everybody usually comes back. So, because my content is dope. But I still check them though. I still check them pretty thoroughly, even the dirty ones. Just to satisfy my curiosity. The last thing I want to do is miss out on a penny that's worth a quarter. I'm being facetious. Don't want to do that. Yeah, see, this is an AU conditioned penny. So I put that into the AU pile, right? And we found a couple MS conditioned pennies, some BU condition, and that's where I'm putting the AU. This one might even be a BU condition. It's really nice condition. Yeah, I'll put it in the BU pile. I like them to be a little shinier, but it's on the it's borderline. That's heavily circulated or dirty. That's an interesting one. Let me look at that off camera and not stop the camera. That's where I made my mistake. Yeah. See, this is interesting. Look, I mean, that's all it is interesting. It's not a, well, I doubt it's a double die. You're looking for a primary and a secondary strike on a double die, and this is just, it's only a primary strike. Let me look in between the R, in between the legs of the R. No, that's just some dirt. Insert joke here. Yeah. So no value. But those are the ones that trick people. They used to trick me too. And I think it's a lot of it has to do with, you know, your thought process, your language process, you know. When you start looking at the images on coins in the from the lens of a primary and secondary strike, all of a sudden that clarifies things mentally for you. You know, okay, is there a primary? Okay, well, I see doubling, but is it doubling as a result of something wrong with the die, or something wrong with the strike, or was the die struck twice or squeezed twice? And that becomes the when you start to think about it in the terms of how the coin is made and how the dies are made, then it'll start to clear things up. But if you're confused about that, then you're going to be confused about what you're looking at. How do I know? Because everybody goes through that. It's part of the process. How long does it take to change that mentally for you? I mean, for me, it took about a year of doing this every day. So maybe you're probably smarter than I am, and it'll be quicker for you. But for me, it took about a year and change of doing this every day to get that. But I had no one to teach me either. I mean, I was reading. I did a lot of research. Yes, I have some members that pointed me in the right direction, but nothing can replace the hours and hours and hours of reading that the learning you get from reading and practicing. Nothing can replace that. See, this is either a BU or MS. So I don't know. It's hard to say. It's kind of nice condition. Let me look at the. I don't know. It's a tough one. I'll probably put this to the MS roll just because of how shiny it is. Well, I don't know. I'm gonna put into the BU roll. It was a little too dirty. And this will go into the AU roll. Is it rust? Rusted pennies are errors, right? Looks like rust. Why are rusted pennies errors? Because copper doesn't rust. So that means that there's could be like in the mix when they made the sheet metal, there could have been some other types of metal mixed in there accidentally, and that would result in the rusting. Is it valuable? I don't know. I guess it would have to. It would really depend. Like the one I showed there, it's hard to it's hard to say on the one I was looking at because it looks kind of surfacey. So I'm wondering if I clean this, if it would still look rusted. It looks rusted. Remember, looks can be deceiving. So, and we trick ourselves all the time. All right, that's all I got today. Hope you enjoyed the video. Please click like and subscribe. God bless. I'll see you in episode, what is this, 484? Did I say? Yeah, I'll see you in 485. Peace.